You already know we live. Peace and love to the family. It's the Get Righteous Podcast. Your boy King Heru Uzi of the Uzi Tribe, and your boy King Espizito. You know it, of the Uzi Tribe.
Expect these things. I expect the lecture.
Okay, there we go. There we
What's
go.
good? What's good?
You already know, sending a few Jones out. Trying to get a few folks in the building, but you know we getting right soon. We out here, straight lace, straight cake. Let's send some more around. Let me see. Yo, Jimbo is on.
What's good,
What's
B?
good, B? You know it. Let's do it.
What's the word? How's everybody feeling? Feelings.
Good. Let's get it in. Feeling good in the hood. You know it. It's been a little minute, but it's never a minute because by now we got so many episodes out to load and re-put on so many platforms. Like
86 of them things, man.
It's no way that y'all gonna be caught up, especially on the platforms that we just getting on loading from episode 1. So, as y'all know, rolling up a Croptober has begun. Diggy, it's October season. 48 hours to the born day. We getting born day ready. 38 blunts with 38 solar returns. You heard?
Here we go.
Let's get it.
I don't want to hear none of this.
Get it.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, man. But yeah, it definitely is y'all season officially. I really don't even like that. I don't even consider it like, I know y'all season starts a little bit in September, but I really don't consider it until October. Like once the 1st of October hits, like all right, word.
Yeah, word. Now, yeah.
Shit
Now,
about to get real.
now.
About to get real. That means there's 2 more jumps till the real season.
Yes.
That Sagittarius season.
Yeah, little Saggy coming in. Okay. We're gonna see what's going on.
No, not a damn thing.
We're gonna see what's going on.
Ain't shit but getting to it. That's the only thing that matters.
Facts.
That's about it.
Oops, I think I was just the wrong way. Not there.
Oh man. All right. So, episode 86. Welcome in. We appreciate y'all for being with us.
Get it.
Indeed. Per usual. Thank you to the listenership, viewership, every single streaming platform, whether it be visual or audio, the YouTubes, the iHeart Radios, the Spotify's, the Apples, the Amazons, Power 109 on the West Coast, Stardom 101 magazine down south. We appreciate all of y'all and all of your continuous support of the Get Righteous Podcast. Should you want to support the podcast, because we're now into this phase where we got to make the decision of whether we want to start subscriptions and all of these things, and we'll see. We'll let y'all know.
Word. That's fact.
Conversation for us to have.
Fact.
But should you want to support the podcast, our Cash Apps are in the bio, in the link in the bio on the podcast page. And you can support us individually, together, it doesn't even matter. Everything is a dub, you feel me? Per usual, we run advertisements with the podcast. We run 15, 30, 45-second advertisements for the podcast, whether you have a side hustle, a business, whatever the case may be. You would gain a whole lot of traction by advertising with us. We have a reach of over 65,000 viewers, fans right now, closing in on 70,000.
Right.
So that would benefit your business very, very, very much. You know, and it's just the move right now. Everything is moving to audio. You understand? Like, you're seeing a lot of these big brands shifting to advertising on Spotify, advertising on Apple Podcasts, advertising on every streaming platform. It's just the way everybody's going. So the key is to get in with podcasts that you can level with. And right, you can still level with us. So why not take advantage? Tell me. All right. So should you want to do that, you can DM the podcast page or either one of us and we can talk price. I guarantee you, we're not out to hook and book people. It's very friendly pricing.
Thanks. Exactly. Always.
Because, you know, like I said, we ain't out here to take everybody's pocket change. We out here to help.
It's for the people.
Exactly. So, and that's it. The bills are paid. Let's get to it, man, because after last week, and not last week, pardon us. Yeah, the week before.
Oh yeah, we got to start with it was the last two questions or the last
Yeah,
one?
it was the last two questions that we had that we promised that we would get to.
Yeah.
We would expound upon rather. So whether you want to lead with that or the topic, because you specifically said, all right, this is what we're doing.
Okay, yeah, so let's all right, so yeah, this time let's switch it up, get the people what they want. I guess we start off with what we left off with and then we roll in. Then which one prior to that rolled into tonight's subject, we can roll right in or however you want to do it. How we do.
We have other questions to get to also. So
I'm saying, so yeah, we can. Yeah, I was gonna say we could do that. We can. Do you want to start it, or you want to do what we do and then questions?
All right. How about this? We cap off with the two because you're still doing what you're doing, getting flizzy, getting rizzy.
You already know.
So, all right. So the week before last, we were closing out. We had to wrap up because we had to make sure the episode saved so we can get into all the platforms. So there was two questions that y'all wanted us to get to in particular that we didn't get to expound upon, and one of them was, what is the difference between a life partner and a soulmate, right? And you know, we started to get into it a little bit. So to bring it back, the difference between a life partner and a soulmate, obviously, you know, people put a lot of stock into finding their soulmate, right? Bless. So, you know, whether you're looking for that or a life partner is two opposite sides of the coin. Sometimes they coincide, more times than none they don't. Because a soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be your partner. You understand? It doesn't necessarily have to be the one you're intimately involved with. Your soulmate can be a friend. Your soulmate can be a cousin, a brother. You understand? Like, literally, your kindred spirit. Like, literally, if you believe in twin flames and shit like that, like, that's a form of a soulmate. You understand? But the difference between a life partner and a soulmate is just that life partner. Like, this is the person that you choose to go through heaven and hell with, the highs, the lows, the peaks, the valleys. You know, when you intentionally choose someone to be that person, it brings a certain kind of energy, right? So to me, a life partner is it holds a little bit more weight than soulmate, right? In terms of the whole soulmate, like, if you subscribe to the origins of the term soulmate. You know, they believe that we were built in twos, one male, one female, and then we were separated and spread, or whatever the case may be, and then eventually we live our days out, and we are, you know, casually attracted to one another, and we're just bound to, boom, connect. You know, that's what they believe a soulmate is. But to me, not everybody gets that.
Right. Because I like what you said when we ended off the last episode, and the way you broke it down. Like, I know I had one first, so I had answered the question, but you had to kind of like get through it because we had another question to answer. But just like where you going with it right now, like definitely what you had said last time.
Yeah, man, and it's just one of those things where not everybody gets to get that or have that connection or be connected to that person. This is why I said it comes in many different forms. This is the one thing that I've learned in my short time here on this planet, that everything is not what it seems, right?
Right.
In terms of being connected to people who understand you, who get you, who rock with you, and everything like that, just like a soulmate would. Like, people who have a deeper understanding of you, where shit just clicks different. I've learned that does not mean your partner. That does not mean your intimate partner, your lover, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in more cases than none in my life, it's been the opposite. It's been the latter. You know, it's family, it's cousins, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
people I choose, chosen family, friends. You know, like, it's more on that level.
Right.
So, to me, that's what the difference between a life partner and a soulmate is. If we're talking relationship wise and everything like that, I would prefer a life partner. You understand? Especially, coming out of the relationship I just came out of. And I ain't got nothing bad to say at all. I had 10, almost 11 years, with my ex-fiance. Great person, the whole shit. But sometimes folks just grow apart. Such is life. It is what it is. So now we in that healing space and recognize and just understanding, what is. And I'm in the space where I truly understand and I appreciate the life partner aspect.
Right. Right.
Some Bonnie and Clyde shit, where you ride this motherfucker out.
Facts. Exactly. And that's 100. Exactly what you said. It's just as I said when you had ended the last episode, when you was talking, the full layout. Everything you said is definitely on point. You know what I'm saying? Because we somehow and sometimes we try to mash and always take a word and we want it to mean the other word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, we want soulmate to mean life partner, and you know what I'm saying? We want all that to be one. Like, it's not one. Like, and this is just to always get back to when we break down the little in betweens of things. You always get the full meaning, energy behind each word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the trickery is to say, "Oh no, that just sounds like that too." So it is that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because as as we say, words is energy. So it's always like, you know what I'm saying? As Zito said, he broke it down. He stripped it down the right way to split both, so you get both views. You know what I'm saying? And that way, when you are out there seeking your partner, you know what I mean? Are you connecting with a soul partner, a life partner, you know what I mean? A Bonnie and Clyde, a ride or die, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's 100. That's 100. I ain't got no more on that one. That's official. Let's get it. Because we do got some like football.
That was good.
We know y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
get our game on, the Chiefs and the Jets. I got it on there for them, and we need to get our bets in. We got about, but nah, for real. On that one though, that's definitely that's it. That's it.
Word. Yeah, we appreciate that one. That was a really good question. The second one is I'm in a crazy place right now in my relationship. Can y'all break down the difference between needing a person and wanting a person? Right.
Okay, yeah, that was the last one, right?
That was the last one.
Yeah.
All right, man. Like I said, bear with me, obviously, because like I said, I'm still in the healing process of everything, right?
You know, I've got you.
So the difference between needing a person and wanting a person, I break down very simplistically, right? It's very simple, right? In life, you have two things. You have wants, you have needs, right? You know what you need to live, right? Sunshine, water, sustenance, you know, connection to the source, you know, whatever you subscribe to. These are the things that you need, right? Then there's things that you want. You know what? I want that house. I want those kicks. You know, I want that big ass 79-inch screen TV so I ain't got to move off my shit and go nowhere and enjoy my football. You know what I'm saying? You know the difference between the two. So when it comes to needing a person and wanting a person, it's simple math. I apply that same. Wanting a person, you know, when people say, I want to feel wanted, you know, that's them saying that they just want to be connected more. And they, like, I want you to want me. And realistically, in any relationship, that's a key part of your foundation. You know, the attraction. You know, whether it be mental, whether it be spiritual, whether it be emotional, whatever the case may be. You know, once they start talking about I want to feel wanted, they're saying that there's a lack of, right? There's a lack of certain attention. There's a lack of certain feelings or whatever the case may be, right? If we're going to be honest, just because that person feels that, it does not mean that that's what it is, right? They can they can say to you 1,000 miles an hour, like 1,000 miles an hour. Pardon me. Like,
Right.
I want you to do X, Y, and Z. I want you to do, or I want this, you know, or I want this type of attention from you and everything like that. And you give it to them and they're still not satisfied.
Right.
You understand? Like, the want aspect is very interesting. You know, when it comes to people in relationships, because they kind of not set you up for failure, because you can, you know, answer the call. You can answer the bell every single time somebody says, "Oh, I want this from you. I want that from you," and you give it to them, and you get no progress out of it, right? Because wants are just that. They pile up. Like I said, I want that PS5. I want that 82-inch screen TV. You know, I want them kicks. Okay, cool. You want those. You don't need those, though. You know what I'm saying? Needing a person is like, yo, I can't envision living life without you. Needing a person is pouring into a person, building them up, and them and you seeing them flourish from being with you. You understand? And out of that comes a sense of attachment where they're like, yo, I really can't do this shit without you. You understand? Like, not that they don't want to do it without you, but they literally like can't envision, like, and there's no scenario, there's no branch of the multiverse where this is even a thing. You understand?
Yeah. And that's when motherfuckers run into them brick walls, because that fucking need, now you don't know how to go get self or get your wants, your real wants. You know what I'm saying? And if you fall back into that need, you fall back into that wall. You're gonna be stuck at you know what I mean, at a certain track, because you can't move forward from that need, like Zito said, because of that need. It's not gonna go get you what you want, and if you want the wrong shit, it's not gonna get you what you need. Everything he's saying is just letting you know, if you play one, not play. If you take on one the right way, the other has no option but to work for you. You know what I'm saying? So
can't go wrong with needs.
if you want, make sure you want the right things in your relationship. As you say, you want your partner to be able to excel still in their dreams. You want your partner to still be able to live life with you and enjoy, but that's what you want. You don't want to strip your partner of who they are, who their personality is, what they see in life, what they love, you know what I mean, what they want to do, because then that need is going to drain them, because now their wants they can't even get, because it's now on the back burner, because they loving you, we love each other, but now I got to give you what you want. I got to give you what you want. I got to give you what you want. But you're not looking at what I need and what I want. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind that, you know what I'm saying, always want the best for your partner, because that's going to be the best for you.
And that's the difference between a lot of people.
Yeah, start looking at the relationship as this is your best motherfucking friend, and you want them to be great, because any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, cousins, brothers, moms, sisters, whatever it is, if y'all not on the same shit and you don't want what's good for them, y'all gonna clash at some point, and somewhere down the line you're gonna clash, and then that's where you're gonna that's where the cycle begins. What's going on? What's wrong? You doing this, you doing that. All that shit is backwards. Your want and needs is what's fucking up the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like Zito said, but yeah, that's it on that one.
Even like, and there's a multitude of levels when it comes to needs versus wants when it comes to people. I assume that you mean in a relationship. You understand?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Jones.
Because here's how you can scale it, right? And I'm just gonna keep it motherfucking 1,000, right? Between the two of us, right? We both obviously are artists at the end of the day, right? He does what he does very well. I do what I do very well. For the things that I can't do, I would bring him in. Others would bring him in. For the things that he can't do, they would bring me in. He was like, you know what? You need to go bring this motherfucker in because this motherfucker does X, Y, and Z. You need to bring, not you want to bring this in. No, you need, because they bring something specific.
Exactly.
Like, and it's the partnership, the camaraderie of it. Right. You understand? Like, we know what that is. You understand?
And just an attack off that, the want for what he do, and for me to want him to get it out there. That's why that work. I don't know what the fuck going on, but guess what? Hold on one second. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now we out there.
Exactly.
Shit, I ain't about to talk about this shit right now, but I know who will. You know what I mean? Or what you want to look? You know what I mean? Anything, however it go. Like he said, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. That's the one for us to each, because if we each taking that step, no matter what we doing, you know what I mean? We on deck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we on deck. Like, we got you. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter what it is, the situation, the subject, what we're talking about, we got y'all, because we're gonna bring y'all truth not some shit that we just making up.
Right.
If it's a question, we're gonna give y'all how we feel about it. If it's a need for receipts, we're gonna give you the facts that you need for it. You know what I'm saying? So just it. But that's how you keep that ladder going. You know what I'm saying? Always pulling the other.
That's it.
You know, so those needs turn into improving someone's wants. You know what I mean? And that's all.
Absolutely. You know, and that's why I said, man, like, it scales. It goes, you know, it's up and down. It weighs evenly. You know, whether it's, like you said, friendships, family shit, relationships, whatever the case may be, needs versus wants. To me, needs are always going to supersede wants, because wants can be superficial. Needs is what I need to make the motherfucking system go. You understand? Like, I need to have these motherfucking gears rolling. They need to be well oiled and everything like that for this whole machine to go. Right. I need to make sure my health is right so that I can still bring everything that I bring to the table. I need his health to be 100% so he can bring what he brings to the table so that we collectively push the machine forward. You understand? Just like we need our families to, you understand, do what they do and everything like that and keep everything rolling so that we can keep, you understand? That's just how it goes. You know, needs will always supersede wants to me, you know? And that's really what I'm going to be. So, you know, you can add that to whatever level that you would like. I hope that's a great question. I appreciate you. You can keep it rolling with the questions. If you have any questions in the comments, obviously light that shit up. Let us know, and we'll get to it. Next question coming in. Hey, y'all, this question is for Heru. What would you say is the best strand to manage anxiety and PTSD?
Best strand to manage anxiety and PTSD. Oh man. So many different strains out, but I can go with just like some good joints that's just to start off to where you're not going too much into hybrids and things like that. Pretty sure Brody is in here. I know he definitely got some joints. But exactly. But just regular joints as I use. I like a good OG, something with a good OG in it for me when I need to just whiff back and just relax. Sometimes I love to throw my CBD flower in there with a nice mix. If it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? It's been a time that, things is just too much. Split the THC down, cut it, throw some CBD over the flower, you know what I'm saying? I like that. Anxiety for me, the best strains always been, and these is just OG strains that's been on the market, is Pineapple Express and Green Crack. More sativa like, so for morning, because it's going to have you going and good, but mind wise, it always kept me flowing and good. And as I said, when it comes to just needing to relax and lay back, original OG or something with OG in it, dominant, is always a go for me. B, if you got any suggestions on strains, you can put them in and I can say them out to the people.
Absolutely.
Or if you jump on for a second, you can tell them.
Yeah, man. That's, I'm glad somebody like asked that question. I think before it was like bipolar or something like that, or depression. I think they asked about this one for anxiety and PTSD. Like the two, I from what I've read at least, like I defer to y'all when it comes to this. When people get diagnosed to get their cards and stuff like that, I think that's the highest. I think that, like that's like percentage wise, like most of the people who come in and get diagnosed so that they can get their card have some form of anxiety or PTSD. And so it's like, man, like, how do you separate you know, like what strand is good for what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You know what, y'all? I love because I love, of course, just being a marijuana connoisseur, a studier, a guru, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? We all love our medical, most of us around the world. My boy B, we going on shit, maybe what 2.5, 2 years strong. We've been kicking it. Um, there's so many different lanes now and so many different ways to help calm and relax you depending on what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? It is a high right now. What's the suggestion? Yeah, see, and that's why I was saying that if you don't got somebody that you can that's really growing these specific strands, like, you know what I'm saying, most of us don't just have a grower we can call and do stuff like that. At this point, I do, my bro that's in the comments right now, you know what I'm saying? So if there's something that I need and specifically want, I'm pretty sure, you know, I can be like, hey, bro, I got these seeds. This is what I need. This is the strain I want. But with there being so many different growers, like you said, hybrids is damn near everywhere, mostly everything you touch. So you want to know exactly what hybrid you got.
Mm-hmm.
And as you said, you want to make sure you know that it's definitely 70-30, so you can get more effective one. And as he said, you'll start to lean towards what's better for you. Unless you can go into a place that you in the Calis and maybe Oregon's or Vegas and deep spots that where you can probably get more OGs and more just regular sativas on its own. Most of the stuff that you're going to get that's lurking around and lingering around is hybrid. So just try to know what it is, try to get the real strain name on it so that you can get the scientific backgrounds, do the 70-30 on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Jack Heru, definitely one of my Johns. I love that. Also look into what are the circle possibilities? Yes, and it's studying because you got to know your body, you know what I'm saying? Certain strains and certain smoke is for me. Certain strains and certain smoke is for Zito. Certain strains and certain smokes is B. Certain strains and certain smokes we can sit and we go all gatherly smoke and be good, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the other person in a more weird way, more medical way. So it's finding your niche. It's CBD, CBG, the cannabinoids, the THC, THCA, all that. You know what I'm saying? Just go into studying, go into reading and breaking down stuff. And the best way to look up this stuff is, I'm about to tell y'all right now, you don't even got to get a book. And my first suggestion always is a book. Zito, no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is, you know what I'm saying? You get a book and you start breaking it down and getting right. But for this, how I started getting into the cannabinoids and breaking stuff down, YouTube,
Mm-hmm. YouTube University.
THC versus words, THC versus CBD, CBG versus this, THCA versus this, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to start letting you know right then and there, you're going to jot down notes. Oh, well, this is for me because this is what I'm having. This is what I need. This is what I don't need. That's why I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be good from there, definitely. What's next, Z? I know we're about to roll on game time.
They're already playing. I ain't worrying about them.
Yeah. What quarter they in?
First, you're like Chiefs is already that, you know, they're gonna win that shit. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
of course. Word. Look, word. I'm about to say word. I just got to flip it.
Ain't got no type of offense right now. All right, yeah. So we appreciate that question. That was a great question. I think that's a worthwhile question. One of these days we gotta do a straight up episode just talking about the cannabis industry with B, obviously.
Yes, definitely.
So we can expound on, you know, everything business related. We should get Duran in here on that shit too.
Yes,
he's trying to open up his own spot. So yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Our next question coming in. Big fan. My question is for Zito. I follow you on all platforms. I love what you do as a content creator. I'm trying to get started. What's your motivation behind your content any advice from me? Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for following me. You want to know what's crazy? Specifically when it comes to content creation, I've dug my heels into faceless content creation, right? Just because I'm keeping it a whole beam with y'all. Just because I don't like being in front of the camera. I never have. But I always do what I got to do. Hence, hey, how you doing? You feel me? But I've dug my heels into that, and it's enabled me to flex the creative muscle even more, because how, like, anybody can jump on camera and do some wild shit. Okay, cool. That rack up a whole bunch of views and everything like that. But to be concise, to be cerebral enough to make content that connects with people, that has no face attachment to it, that means you're on your fucking job. So
right.
With my content, every now and again I'll pop out, and you'll actually see my face or whatever the case. My motivation behind, what I do, obviously, a lot of it is self-development. A lot of it is mental reconstruction mindset, reconstruction and rewiring the mindset. So a lot of my content comes off as motivational, right? Just because I know that lane so fucking well from being, just like all of us have, from being down for an extended amount of time and then having to rebuild and having to, get it back on track and everything. I associate with that, and it resonates with me, and it's part of my why, like part of the reason why I do what I do, because I know that one person who looks at this shit is going to be motivated enough to be like, you know what, let's get to this shit. You understand? But I don't do the cookie cutter motivational shit. You understand? I curse in my shit. I tell you the way that you need to understand. Like, I'll tell you shit so that it resonates with you on a personal level. I'm not gonna be all giddy gaga. Nah, I'm gonna give it to you raw. And based on the views and shit like that, it resonates, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Right.
So if I were to give you any advice starting out as a content creator, is be patient with yourself. Because creating, you gotta understand, like I said, anybody can jump on the camera and do what other people do. Oh, let me do this dance. Oh, let me, let me ride this trend out. Let me rack up the views on this. Right? It's cool. But when you really want to be a content creator, it's about you planting your fucking flag.
Right.
And saying, nigga, I can do it this way, and people are going to love this. You have to be confident enough to push that shit forward, but you gotta be patient, because the views are gonna be minimal in the beginning. You're not gonna rack up hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, and everything like that. And I literally run the fucking gauntlet as a content creator. I've gone from hundreds of views to going viral on TikTok multiple times.
Right.
Literally.
Fact.
You can go check my shit. Got over 5 million views total.
Word. Facts.
Over on Facebook. My highest, my biggest running video right now is at 800,000 something views. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
So,
Facts.
but that came from me pounding the fucking wall over and over again. Like,
right.
Do this shit. Like, I just got to get the right combination.
Right. Thanks.
So, be patient with yourself. Stay true to yourself. If you ever need fucking help, reach out. I got you. I appreciate that. We got another question, and it goes like this. You got anything to add on content creation? Because you make your own content aside from our shit.
I mean, shit. Most of the shit I learned is self-taught, and shit, I hit you up for it. So, I mean, definitely, I know you answered that the whole, you know what I mean, the whole shebang, and and I just wanted to tap on something like you said, like you know, making sure you consistent on whatever it is that you do, you know,
Yes.
and so
Yes.
you know what I mean, no song or whatever you're doing, once you got a rhythm going, when you lay something out, it's already catching on. That takes punching, different wordplay, playing around, mastering your audience and stuff like that. And as Zito said, just watching him and just going off every little point. I pull something up, he'll hit me up like, you know, do this, do that, a third, and then I just get the views. You know what I mean? To where I want them. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely 100.
It's tried and true. You understand? Like, and you know, like I said, we're gonna keep it a bean with you. We make different content, right? Even if if I'm making my content and he's making his, right? And he's doing a lecture piece or he's doing an informative piece and everything like that, the views for him started out smaller. You understand? But he's been consistent. Like, yo, I'm gonna bring motherfuckers the facts, the truth. Like, that shit is in my name, and they're gonna get that work. And slowly but surely, the views went up. You know, you go from hundreds to thousands on thousands to hundreds of thousands. Like, consistency. That's 100. Yes. So we appreciate that question. Next question is, if memory serves, you both are gamers and anime fans. Facts. So my questions are, what is the best weapon in video game history? And what is the best attack in Dragon Ball mythology? Woo.
That's real wild. That's a wild joint right there. That's wild. That's a
Heavy.
wild.
Yeah, that's heavy.
The best weapon in
Game history?
game history is crazy. So I can't even narrow that down to one, because when you say that now, a whole like just explosives of goddamn
Hey.
systems and different games is
Right.
coming crazy.
Right.
But I'm gonna take it into today's gaming, which is more shooter, and you know already know it's Call of Duty and all that. I would have to say that the the galactic joint on zombies, the joint that explode them up out of here, and
The galactic joint.
and dang, I don't know, y'all. That's a crazy one right there. That's a crazy joint right there.
It is.
I don't really know. Dragon Ball.
I would have to marinate on this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
this is one we gonna do it.
oh
Y'all,
man, I'll say this.
I like
I'll say this.
questions because we can turn these joints into just episodes, because it's the variety. So
This lets me know that we need to do shit, or we need to have an episode just wrapped around in fucking anime, Dragon Ball mythology, whatever.
that
For
you know
me,
what?
I'll say for weapons when it comes to gaming, I'll give you one of my favorites, and obviously that's gonna be the motherfucking Blades of Chaos, God of War.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Cause see, those games, like I said, like when it comes to the weapons, I'm about to say, I'm only gonna be able to talk about like the games that I was into. Now Zito and them, they played more of the games, and I was just in there with them, just watching. Oh shit, this shit crazy.
Right.
But that's it. On the Dragon Ball, let me. It's some new things out. There's a lot of new things out, episodes and stuff. Let me tab into a few of these Johns, and then you know what I mean, get right, because without that, the Spirit Bomb and what's the name, always, you know what I'm saying, we talking original. You know what I'm saying, Johns. Now we got gods and shit like that. So the power levels, of course, are different. But the Spirit Bomb and And
I
I mean, Maya is, you know what I mean, and them other joints, yeah, they nice, but when it came down to it, before, let's just say, before all this new stuff, the new stuff that we watching now, and we're about to get God and all that shit level, Spirit Bomb was it, motherfucker. When it was time to get to it, nigga, and conquer, nigga, the energy around the world, which is how do energy. That's how do is sent. How do energy is sent. Getting into the science and spirit back up.
That's very true. That's very, very, very
No,
true.
that's what I study and apply my energy on. That's why you should clean, keep your shit good, meditate, and all that. That's what through Dragon Ball, I'm just now talking to y'all anime is to bring the real life to the story. The Spirit Bomb was the ultimate move in Dragon Ball.
I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna say what the best attack in Dragon Ball mythology is because I don't think we've seen it yet.
Yes, exactly. We got new stuff. We got Brawly back. We don't know what's going. We don't know who's going. We don't know who's going to do what.
I can only give you my favorites, and my favorites have always been. I'm gotta remember I'm old school with it. I'm one of the first, that was on the Dragon Ball wave. The motherfucking KO Ken attack.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm about to say.
That still holds weight with me.
KO Ken.
That I'll say Final Flash from Vegeta.
My boy, you already know. That's what I'm saying. It's final. Them joints.
I always love that shit. I like the Final Flash over the Big Bang attack. I don't know why, but there's just something about whenever he pulled out the Final Flash, it would always catch a motherfucker off guard.
Yeah.
Always fuck him up.
It's over.
I right now, and I'll die on this hill, quote unquote. Right now, my favorite shit that I have ever seen recently out of Dragon Ball is watching Piccolo and Gohan fight together, and they was fighting against Cell, and I got to see motherfucking Gohan do a fucking special beam cannon to kill Cell. That was some of the flyest shit I have ever seen, and of course it was in Japanese.
That was
that was wild, man. And we all know that Gohan snapped whenever somebody dies. He thought Piccolo died.
Yeah, facts.
All of a sudden, he's grabbed Cell and he said, "Do that shit." And my boy whipped out that motherfucking special beam cannon on him and blew his head smooth. That was some of the best shit I have seen recently. Yeah, man. But yeah, we definitely can talk this shit all day and all night. Like, we've been here since the beginning. We gotta get fucking Jimbo in here on that shit too.
Yes, definitely. That's what I was to say. Like, man, we got a few peoples we gonna get a nice one. Man. We gonna get a nice episode and all that. That's gonna be
So yeah, we appreciate that question. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all the questions. Oh no, there is one more question. What is the problem with organized religion, and why are people turning away from the church?
Oh, maybe I was kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go crazy on it this time because, of course, things that we're gonna bring back up because of prior episodes that we have done, and there's always new information out.
Yeah.
Coming out. You know what I mean? That we in this age of change, information, new things, new beginnings. It's just that. I think not to make it crazy and get all into all the crazy background stuff and all that.
Very loaded question. Just so we're clear.
A word for me.
Loaded.
Word for me. It's people are starting to get hooked onto the control of things. And at first it was just a system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At first it was just a system. Only, okay, it's the system control. It's the system control. It's the system controlling. But now as more people are hearing more, read into what you're following. Read into what, you know what I mean, you're doing daily. backtrack a little bit. You know what I'm saying? People are starting to get, to me, the understanding that, wait, hold up, maybe this might not just be
Mm-hmm.
seems to be. Not saying that it's not right, but it might not be what it seems to be. So I gotta take a little step back and see where I want to be at. You know what I'm saying? And then people are starting, not starting, you've been hearing it, but now it's so out there. It's just like you see this car 10 times a day, but you don't notice it until the person next door to you bought it, you got the car or something like that. So until it's on you, then that's when you really recognize, like, oh, it's been right here the whole time. So now people hear spirituality, tap into yourself, tap into who you are, stepping back from asking for what I need, feeling for self, and going in, you know what I mean, to deeply get and gain what you need. And it's just changing the outcome and the look around the world. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with him so far on. For me, it's always been the thing of well, people are waking up and they're starting to understand that religion, there's more division in religion. More people have died over religion than anything else. You understand? And I think people are waking up to that shit. And people are understanding more and more the control aspect. And people are being, like, people are getting to a place where they're tired of being controlled, you know? And God has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is a very loaded topic. Loaded. Like, we could literally dedicate a whole episode to this. Just because so many people are hooked by religion, you know, have a hard time separating themselves from religion and thinking, oh, I have to, be based in a religion to serve God or to, God will be happy with me and everything like that. And that's not true. That's just not what it is. You understand? Like, God is in everything and everybody.
Fact.
You understand?
Facts.
It's not about a book. It's not about a church. It's not about any of that.
Right.
You understand? Like, so I believe that people are waking up to this shit and they're understanding more and more. Like, I don't necessarily have to rock with that thing, you know. Like, I can go over here and be cool. Like, me personally, I don't subscribe to any religion. Right? You feel me? It's just not for me. There's too many contradictories within religion, with all religions. You understand? Whether it be Islam, whether it be Catholicism, whether it be Christianity, whatever.
Right.
There's a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of nonsense. You understand? People like to live their lives how they like to live their lives, and like I said, we've said it 5,000 times before. If that makes you better, if that literally makes you do better and everything like that, that's cool, wonderful. We're happy for you. Do you? I just don't subscribe to it. That's all. But that's me. You feel?
That's fact.
But I was saying to him that I agree with everything that you said. Especially the control aspect. Um, People are getting tired of being controlled.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fact.
and when it comes to spirituality, man, I think people would be much more happy, if they got with just having spirituality versus subscribing to a religion. Because having spirituality, it opens you up more.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
We're not adhering to characters or people in a book because it's deeper than that. Your connection to the source is deeper than characters in a book. You feel me?
Right. Facts.
Your ancestors, your direct ancestors, were not in that book. And you don't think you're not connected to them? Oh. But that's spirituality versus religion. You know?
Right. Exactly. And that's what it is. That's what motherfuckers gotta get into.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's always asking, seem a little scared of it. Don't be scared of the wave.
Yeah.
I mean, dive into it and feel it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And spirituality does not mean you are void of God or the source, Most High, whatever the case. That's a religious trope that people love to throw when they try to say, you aren't godly or you're without God or you're, it's bullshit. Yeah.
Right. No, exactly. Like and just like you said, like the freedom that comes with spirituality, the openness, the peace, the it's like what I mean, the new beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's a different wave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean. And if you need any questions, anything, like I said, we'll bring this up. We're definitely gonna do an episode on it because in my relationship now, the person I'm with only know of religion. You know what I'm saying? So I know all about religion. I already know all about what I'm into. So in order for us to get to our next step and to where we need to be at, it's definitely going to take us to another level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because not to say that at the end of her studying a little bit, learning the way, you know what I mean? Learning my way, how I see things and why I don't see things from that point of view. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole new beginning and something that she want to indulge in. Now, this is whether the relationship lasts or not, because the thing is to not do, because now we getting back to the beginning of the episode, because that person wants you to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want you to be what you think I want you to be. I just need you to just understand who I am, so you understand my ways, and we're gonna be together. So that's all this.
Or definitely. That's all the questions that we have. And of course, the reason for the season, why we here this evening, the main topic, the driving force behind this. We just wanted to make sure we got all of these questions and everything out of the way. But the main reason why we're here, the people wanted to know, about when we're speaking about relationships and understanding who is what and what you are and what you aren't and everything like that. Okay. Polyamorous life. Why yes? Why no? That's it.
Now, yeah, facts. Because as we said, and we done episodes and broke down the difference between the wording, the wordplay. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta read behind what you're saying and what you're doing. Now with polyamorous, and that's new. That's new age shit. That's new stuff. Now polygamy, monoism, and stuff like that, we'll talk about in a moment. But if we talk about polyamorous, that's uh, people being together within an open, like little, what you call it? I don't know what you call it, like a little, like almost little cults, kind of.
Yeah.
Not that, but like, you know what I'm saying?
There it is.
It's
There it is.
this is probably
I'll give it to you exactly as it says. It says polyamory is a non-monogamous relationship style where people mutually agree to have multiple sexual or romantic relationships.
Yes. So that's definitely me. That's what I was getting to. But now, like he said, this is me. Let's just say, no, not me, but let's just say, this is me, my lady. We we together. We're doing what we do, but openly polyamorous. We are not, because if that person chooses to go ahead and just do what they want the next day, long as you know it's good.
Hmm.
Um,
Uh-huh.
so y'all understand what we're saying? Like, y'all together, but such and such that's in the DM saying, yo, come through tomorrow after work. I'll let you know, like, look, I'll be home a little late because I might stop by such and such spot. And as long as you know, you know what I mean, it is what it is, like, it's good to go. And as we in Zito say, each time this is brought up, this is some new age.
Listen, man.
This is some new age
I need a drink.
buddy pass. This is some new age free buddy pass system type wild wildness going on, and me, of course, and of course Zito. I mean, this is just, we not old, but we old school with our shit, and spiritually open to other things. So just because we may be mono in a mono society doesn't mean that spiritually, through our spirituality, that we don't know about the other side of things, being polygamy, family expended, wife expended wise. You know what I'm saying? So don't get that confused. But this shit that's going on now in this day and age, this polyamorous shit, that's wild to me, because
It's messy. This shit is messy.
it's messy, and it's wild to me because every time they bring this up and say it, my thing is, just what's the name? Just do you. Why even stress the point of, I'm with these group of people, I gotta exchange these text messages, I gotta let you know this and let you know that, unless that's like, is that a thing now that like makes you feel good, like you could be with somebody but like, oh yeah, but I'm about to go with such and such, and you know, you home later on, you know what I mean, bring some food home, I'll be home, you know what I mean, tonight, but I might be listening, like, I don't know, but Zito, that shit is wild. Like, that's something that's not now. Before I'm on Zito to answer what he got to answer. Yes, relationship wise, my relationship is mono. Spiritually wise, I can be mono or polygamy. I can have more than one wife. We have to be spiritually connected on the same level, and all spiritually inclined on where we envision ourselves being, because it just doesn't work like that. You just don't say, wake up and say, oh shit, you know what, today, you know what, how we feeling? Hey, we want to add another lady to the relationship and things like that and stuff like that. It don't go like that. So, and so yes, mono, polygamy, yes, but this, nah, I'm good. Zito, you go ahead, you can take it out and finish it off. I don't see the, like you said, I just see the why. This is wild to me. I mean, you might as well just do you, just live single and just do you.
This is the most confusing shit to me, right? Here, like, all right, with me, all right, I can only speak for my fucking self, okay? All right? When motherfuckers say to me, hey, man, you know, I'm gonna live this polyamorous life. Okay, so you want multiple fuck buddies. Cool. I can get with that. But to say, oh, it's a non-monogamous relationship, literally, that's an oxymoron. Like, when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's monogamous. This is what we know it to be, right?
Right.
Like, oh, you're in a relationship, in a monogamous relationship. The one thing that you don't do is what? You go cheat with somebody else. Oh, I like to be in a relationship, but I like to go off and give me a little piece of ass on the side and everything. Just say you're a fucking polygamist and get off of it.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's very simple, and these are the people who know that they are in said relationship.
Right. Exactly.
Like they know we're in a polyamorous relationship, and all of this about this fuck buddy, about that fuck buddy, but where is the nuclear unit? Which one of y'all is actually together? Oh, it's non-monogamous. So you're monogamously non-monogamous? Because y'all like to go fuck everybody else, but you want to be the core at the same time. The shit don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no goddamn sense. And if it don't make no sense, it probably doesn't have a place anywhere. This is why I said last time. To me, the polyamorous shit is reserved for end of days type shit or for rebuilding society. Yeah. And there's but so many women, but so many men.
Exactly.
To rebuild the human race and shit like that. That's when that type of shit kind of makes sense.
Right.
But
of course,
until we get to that point, y'all motherfuckers is just greedy.
Yeah.
And just don't claim that you're in a fucking relationship because you're not.
Yeah. That's why I'm like,
hey, I'm in a non-monogamous relationship. Bitch, what? That doesn't even make sense. Right. That, still using the English language, that makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah, so when y'all try to make it make sense, it's like, nah.
I'm inside the circle, but yet I am outside the circle.
You know it. You know it.
Ooh, what? I am inside the box, but outside the box. Listen here, Richie. No. Stop being difficult, right? If you want to be single, be fucking single. You want to be in a relationship, be in a relationship, man. Like, listen, if this whole polyamorous shit is for you and you want multiple fuck partners and all of this shit where you got to monitor, oh, I hope this person don't bring nothing to me. Oh, I hope this person don't bring nothing to me. Cool. You go out there, you run the gauntlet, play Russian roulette with your shit. Yeah. Cool.
Thanks.
That's not for me. So I'm going to pass.
Yeah, word. I'm good. I
am going to pass on that grass. You understand? Just say you're a whore for polygamy, right? Just like what? Just say you're trying to get your shit off.
Right. But that's it. Yeah, just go do you and get right. That's it.
That shit don't make no goddamn sense to me. I really don't understand the love for it. And there's TikTok accounts, right? I follow one of them. And the only reason I follow it is because one of the females is bad as shit. I was like, damn. That's what's up. I like it. I like that you like it too. But nigga, the shit that they be getting into is ridiculous. When I say it's fucking like, bro, like you wouldn't be going through none of this if you would just be in a regular relationship. Oh, he doesn't want to be in a relationship. He wants to be in a polyamorous relationship where he has both of us. But yet we can bring other people in. And he can bring other people. That's not a fucking relationship.
Just your relationship.
You just got one big horror circle.
That's all you get. That word. If y'all just want to fuck, then have a fuck party and then keep it at that.
Swinger party. Say you a swinger. How about that? That makes sense.
Yeah, facts. Say you
want to get your swing on. You know, we're going to build you a little jungle gym that got multiple swing sets. And y'all motherfuckers can
look, swing.
That's what you do. God damn, man, this shit is crazy. I don't know. But y'all love talking about this shit. So here we are. You know, but that's all I got for that.
All right. Yeah, that's it. You already know. So thanks. As always, I know what it is, man. We back at y'all, back with it, back with the craziness. We love the questions. Love how y'all coming. Keep reaching out. Keep tuning in. This is a Get Righteous podcast with your boy, King Espizito, and your boy, King Heru. You already know. We out. Peace.